That's that silence. That's that silence. There's a silence there. Of course there's a silence there. If there wasn't a silence there, how would we recognize or identify noise? You wouldn't know noise if the background wasn't first the silence. Where does sound come from? Silence. There's that stillness, that silence. And, you know, for lack of a better way of putting it, there you are. But it's a direct experience. It's direct. They quietened it all down. Look at that. That's amazing. I love it.
I'm having a felt experience, Terry.
You're having a what?
A felt experience of that. It's beautiful.
Good. Yeah, good. Yes, only you could.
But I mean, we can only laugh all day.
Yeah.
When we hear what this is saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Really, really funny, actually.
Yeah. And how we miss it is incredible. Like it is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we're having the seeming human experience, it's not so funny.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah. And that not so funniness will all depend on the narrating that's going on. That's all. Just the narrating.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Well, actually, it depends on paying attention to the narrating, not the narrating itself.
Right.
Believing it in a way.
Yeah.
It's believing that makes it.
Yeah.
Because for me, there's still the narrating. How do you say? Narrating?
Narrating. You're right. Yeah.
Narrating.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I'm like,
yeah. It's like whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. See,
I
with
just
me,
let
there's
it be what it
narrating.
is.
There's belief in the narration sometimes.
Yeah. This is
Still
yeah,
with me.
of course. But that's
I understand,
okay.
but yeah, I understand, Sarah. But if you look at that very closely, what you'll see, this idea that it's someone here believing it is nothing but that, just another idea, just another thought. Only.
That's true.
I think what's going on is there's a belief that there is a me here because the belief in something has to be dependent on a me, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's like there's not a believer. It's just that thoughts will be backed up by other thoughts.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Yeah, good catch. Good. Just see that. Yeah, just see that. It does get funny after a while when you start watching it and you're really truly watching it. Yeah. The problem is we get stuck in this idea for a little while, you know, that there's thoughts that are just happening and there's me and there's personal thoughts about the thoughts that are just happening.
Yeah.
So there's thoughts that are just happening, but there's me and there's personal thoughts that me is having about the thoughts that are just happening. And all those three are all just arising as thoughts just happening.
Yeah. Because sometimes you're stuck when you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't believe these thoughts anymore.
Yeah,
but
which
there
is just another thought.
I believing these thoughts. And when you
Correct.
realize that, you don't care.
Yeah, it's just another thought. Catch that, Sarah. Catch that. Yeah.
It's
Try and
being
remember that.
tricky. It's being really tricky.
I know.
Yeah.
But just try and remember this, yeah? Because that's where you've been. Because it's not difficult to come to realize, holy shit, yeah, thoughts just happen. Wow. Wow. Okay. Thoughts just happen. But then there's the belief that it's me saying, wow, thoughts just happen. Wow, look at that thought that just happened, says a thought, says a personal thought from the me. This is what we believe. Do you understand? Until we realize it's all thoughts just happening. All. There's no personal thought there. There's no me having a thought. Yeah. All thoughts just happening. And even this idea of a me is contained in thoughts that are just happening. And then the idea that me is having personal thoughts about the thoughts that is just happening is all just happening in the thoughts that are just happening. Yeah? Catch it. And just make sure, Sarah, check in on yourself. Make sure that that's not happening with you. Do you understand?
I'm aware that that is happening.
Good.
Now.
Good. Now see the truth of that. Now just witness, watch, witness the truth. Is this true or false? Yeah?
False.
Yeah. Good. Now laugh. Like, holy shit. Yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Sometimes seeing that it's false, though, like that third personal thought, it feels like even seeing that it's false is another thought. I don't know. It's hard to separate, because that's definitely where I'm at. You know, I'll have the personal thoughts commenting on the thoughts that are just arising.
Yeah.
But then I don't. It's hard to find the witness, or it's hard to.
You don't have to find the witness. The witness doesn't need to be found. Stop doing that. You don't need to find the witness. You don't need to find awareness. You don't need to find conscious. You don't need to do that. It's already there. All you need to do is to see this, Marcus. And you can see it. You just got to be vigilant. You just have to be vigilant and see it. So when you just spoke then, that was this. It was actually this, right? But you're still believing that me is there and believing that you just spoke. Do you understand?
It's like, then what's left, though?
Don't worry about that. What's left? What's left is that's being sought. Don't worry about that, though. Just see that. Yeah? Really see it. It's all thoughts. All. Yeah. There's not three things happening. Oh, yeah, some thoughts are just happening, and there's me here, and I'm having personal thoughts about the thoughts that are just happening. No. That's, yeah. That's it. Watch it.
What sometimes happens to me, or like I get the seeming feeling or impression that I'm lost in thoughts because I cannot observe myself thinking, but then I realize that's just because I'm not thinking, and they're just thought.
Yeah. You know, I sometimes say it's like it this might sound a bit strange, but it's like, where do you want to live? Lost in thoughts or here? Or here? Like, or here? Where do you want to live? And where do we live most of our life? Lost in thoughts. That's why it's referred to as a dream. Do you understand? We're in a dream all the time and not truly here. I mean, we are truly here, yeah, but lost in this dream world. Oh, yeah, this is reality. No, it's not. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Is that reality? Not by any stretch. Yeah. This is reality. Yeah. So it kind of comes down to, where do you want to live? Mina, are you okay? You tracking with us okay? Yeah?
I think I understand a little bit, but yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. That's okay. Just keep coming back. I can't believe I just said that, Stephen.
Caught it.
Yeah. I caught it. I heard it. Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Just keep. Yeah. That's an inside joke, Mina. Nothing to do with you, but yeah. It can take a moment. It's pretty radical. This is pretty radical. Yeah. But you're not here for no reason. Yeah. Okay. Sarah Collins, not to confuse you with Sarah Draper. How are you doing?
Good.
You okay?
Yeah. I think I
tracking
just
with
keep
this?
going back to, that even the attachment or belief that we are those thoughts are just what is.
True.
So there's no issue, like it just is.
True. That's also just what is, yes. But what is also just what is you're sitting here and there's an inquiry going on. That's also just what is. Yeah. Something's happening. Yeah. Which is also just what is. Yeah. Just come to recognize it's a pointer. Yeah. Come to recognize what you're not. But the irony is, once you do finally recognize what you're not, you realize you're everything. Yeah. There's just this little mind going, oh, I'm a separate little human being and I live on this planet all by myself. And so I hope I can find a partner so I'm not alone. And I'm like, yeah. Just a story. It's just a story. Yeah. And you are not the story, because a story is always about something. If you watch the mind closely enough, you realize that the story is only about the story. You're not that. You're not the story. Yeah. That's all imagination. The story, content of story, that's all imagination. Yeah. When you go to sleep at night and you fall asleep, Sarah, and you start dreaming and your little character pops up in the sleeping dream and you're seeing buildings and people and you're talking to people and having seeming experiences and apparently experiencing fear sometimes if it's a nightmare or whatever, yeah? Whilst you're in that state, this character that pops up in that sleeping dream, you believe is real. Yeah? Good. Now, who created the content of that dream and the character that was in it?
It was all just one.
Yeah. Wasn't the character in the dream creating the content in the dream? Because if I could step into that dream and say, hey, Sarah, I know you think this is all real, yeah, but this is actually a dream. You're asleep. Where you actually are is lying on a couch somewhere, sound asleep. You'd go, get away from me. You're crazy. Of course this is real. Look, I can feel myself. That's there and you're there and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So the content of the mind, the sleeping dream mind, is that not much different. It's a little different, but not much different from being caught up in the mind throughout the course of the day. Because it's only mind that's saying, me is here. Thanks, Sarah. Jim, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm starting to see that exactly what you've been talking about, that
Excellent.
the me or the I that I assumed was the thinker of the thoughts was just a thought.
Excellent.
I was thinking that I was thinking the thoughts, another way of putting it.
Yeah.
The authentic self, I'd been trying to get back to that by thinking.
Yeah.
And I've come to realize that it's absolutely counterproductive, because it's already the case.
Yeah.
Can't get there by thinking. To stop thinking would more likely bring it, into awareness.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. That's sound. Yeah. Just maybe a bit like Marcus, just recognize, just try and make sure that's not happening. I'm going to have that put on T-shirts. You used to do that, Steve. Just try and recognize that's not happening. Yeah. See, which you are. You just verbalized it, Jim. Yeah. There's not a you there thinking. There's just thinking. Yeah. There's just thinking. Yeah. That is aware of that is not the thinking.
Right.
Yeah. And the thinking is not about that is aware of the thinking. Do you understand? It's, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Eventually, you just kind of, where you've always been.
It is what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah. Just step out of that, or stop taking that to be reality. Stop taking that to be,
It's got to be the trickiest thing ever when you think that you're that, and
yeah, so radical. Yeah, it's like a shoe walking around. It's on a spiritual path, trying to find its soul. The soul on the bottom of the foot. Its soul. It's a shoe. It is that.
Yeah.
That's a funny little thing. Anyway, I don't know where that came from, but yeah. All right, guys. We're out of time. Thank you. That was awesome. Hey, Sarah, you're back. You're listening in the background. Yeah.
Thank you, Terry.
You look good. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. Yeah. Just Sarah, check that out. Marcus, Jim, you are. Yeah, Marcus. Just, you've got to see that. Yeah. It's really important to see that. If you don't see that, this seeming person will seemingly keep arising. Yeah. And then there'll be a conflict because you'll be having personal thoughts about the thoughts that are just happening. And then these thoughts here, the personal thoughts will be saying, oh, I wish these thoughts wouldn't happen. And oh my God, it's a fucking nightmare in there. Yeah.
Can confirm.
Yeah, and it's funny. Yeah.
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 Because we have all been there.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. 100%. Yeah. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you for joining us.
All right.